What's up, Starseeds? Whistle. Um, decided to switch up the angle, switch up the flow a little bit. Happy super full moon in Virgo. Shout out to all the Virgos out there. I'm a Virgo, and this super full moon happens to be literally 6 months adjacent from my birthday, 9/9, today in 3/9. So of course, whenever you see this message is when it's supposed to resonate with you. But I just felt led to do pardon me, a video today. I've been exploring my my abilities here. Still learning about my spiritual abilities, but the readings have been a little different, and so that's why I decided to switch up the angle, because the spreads have kind of been not all over the place, but they've just been coming out in different ways. And it's like the way I was doing it before was real orderly and the messages were coming through in a certain way, but lately they've kind of been doing their own thing, and I don't know where the cards are going to land. I don't know how the story is going to unfold, and so I didn't want to set up the camera and then it be out of focus or you couldn't see the background for the cards. It's not that glamorous, because I want to give space to be able to get all the cards out the way they need to be, instead of confining them to this area for the sake of it looking nice on camera. So that's why I turned the camera on myself. Otherwise, it wouldn't be on me, because if I ain't got to dress up, Chinwé don't dress up. But, okay, cards falling. 1 second. I hope y'all can't see too much of what's going on back there, but whatever. First thing that fell out was the 9 of Cups. Feeling a little dizzy. I know that's like ascension. Did y'all see it? I gotta, get used to doing it this way, but I'm gonna really take my time and understand these messages. I've already meditated and called on the angels, called on higher spirit to come into this reading. I'm just doing something new where I allow the message to come, and y'all already know that the message doesn't really come all together for me until I see all the cards. But I like flipping on camera or getting the cards to come out on camera, which is why I'm still going to do this whole first part on camera. Okay, we had a few cards flip out. I'm going to take them. We had the Ace of Swords, 10 of Coins. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Judgment. Wow, wow, wow. And 5 of Coins, overcoming things. Okay. Interesting. This is off to a good start thus far, but it could change. The story could change. I hope that your full moon in Virgo is going well. Oh, death, transformation. It is going well for y'all. That's good. Good transformation. I hope that, wow, they flying out. Going back to the drawing board here, underneath this 9 of Cups. Okay. Wow, they flying out. I ain't even did the shuffle. I'm just doing basic shuffling here. Hope your full moon in Virgo is going well. Now, because we're still in Pisces, but we're having this full moon in Virgo, it's a time to, wow, I feel really overwhelmed. And I'm trying to get these words out, but I think there's a big message that's coming. Okay. Whoa. Now is a time to, because we're still in Pisces season, you want to ground. We're still in this dreamy, higher spiritual state of being. right? And then with the Virgo full moon or super full moon, it's talking about, I hope my hair don't look crazy. It's talking about, excuse me, I'm sorry, grounding that spirituality, having those passions, those dreams, those manifestations meet that reality, that planning, Nine of Staves in reverse, meeting that planning, but knowing that you can do it, and knowing that you do have a connection to those higher entities. Just trying to get, okay. Got Seven of Swords, some deception. Underneath the Ace of Swords, and the Lovers underneath the Ten of Coins. Typically, Lovers really means good decisions, but I know with tarot we tend to read it as love and relationships. And sitting underneath this Ten of Coins with this, which is family and Ace of Coins, sitting underneath this family environment, I think that is referring to a relationship. The Ace of Coins came out under Judgment. Judgment, spiritual awakening. I also see it as being firm, sounding that alarm, especially in this deck. And I'm using Miss Cleo's tarot deck. You know, it looks like he's sounding the alarm, like it's about to go down. I'm making this call. I'm rounding up the troops. I'm calling in whoever needs to be called. I'm doing what needs to be done, whether it's calling up to the angels, calling up to those higher spiritual guides, or letting everybody here on earth know I've made my decision. Judgment. Like that's what it symbolizes to me. Six of Coins, balance. That, oh wow. So the Six of Coins came out underneath the Five of Coins. Five of Coins is like overcoming struggle, and you have the 5 to the 6, meaning you are overcoming that struggle. You're learning balance. You're learning equal give and take. I like that a lot. I like that. I really like. I like that for some reason. Now let's see what comes up under this Death card. This one kind of wanted to flip out. The Empress. After this rebirth, after this transformation, you bring in stability. I feel like I'm hearing stabilize your mind. So it may not necessarily be your surroundings, because Empress is usually, ooh, home. And when y'all see me going, ooh, and like making these these exasperations, it's just the spirit is, you know, overwhelming me and making me feel really full in that moment. But it, to me, this is like, see how I'm rubbing my mind, even mean to. It's like, to me, it's like stabilizing that mind, like letting these other things die off that was hindering you and keeping you unstable. And now you just have that stability, and like nobody can tell you, like nobody can tell you, because the Empress sits alone. Like she's stable within herself. You know, she's solid. She's confident in herself. Okay. Now, I just kind of want to look at what we have here. We got a lot of good cards. Very clear and plain message before I clarify. I'm being drawn to this Nine of Staves over here. And this is the first, this Nine of Cups came out first, and then the Nine of Staves in reverse. And I know that this means that you need to go back to the drawing board. And I want to look it up just to be 100% sure, because I don't want to give out wrong information. The result or product of a lack of planning. Movement will be painful and draining with little time for rest. Okay, so we're talking about movement here, but you're being rewarded for the movement that you take. Clarify this Nine of Staves in reverse, please, underneath this Nine of Cups. Clarify, angels, higher source, higher self, spirit guides. Clarify this Nine of Staves. That kind of want to jump out underneath. Okay, this Nine of Cups. Oh, that was my bracelet. Scared me. Okay, whoa. Wheel of Fortune. That's your reward. I'm about to cry, y'all. Like, that's your reward for not being afraid to start over. And the movement was painful and it was draining. And even though you had to rest, and I'm talking from personal experience, but this is the message that's for everybody. This is for the collective as well as myself. I feel like even though that time period you were resting, but it wasn't really rest because you were shedding. And it was painful and it was long and it was a lot happening at one time. But because you did it, this is your reward. Everything. Because you weren't afraid and you did that work. The world is yours. The world is yours. Clarify the Seven of Swords underneath the Ace of Swords. I feel like here you decided to cut out the deception. You cut out that deception. Yep. Two of Cups fell out. You cut out that deception. And it brought you harmony. It brought you love, because in the next column we have the Ten of Coins and the Lovers. So because you cut out, you made a decision to let go of what wasn't serving you. And the people that were trying to harm you, you got harmony. With yourself, with others, with love. And that's why this Ten of Coins and this Lovers is here next. Y'all stay doing that work, shawty. Y'all stay doing that work. Ten of Coins and the Lovers, I feel like I don't even want to clarify. The Emperor. Emperor came out anyway. The Emperor came out anyway. This is authority. This is leadership. This is, give me one more card. Having somebody that listens. I mean, masculine or feminine energy. One more card for the Lovers and the Ten of Coins. I mean, we got the Empress over here, though. I mean, we got the Empress over here. We might not need another card. This is nice, y'all. I hope you know that, like, your hard work is paying off, man. And even if it don't feel like it, it's orchestrated behind you. It's being orchestrated behind you right now. Like, it's always darkest before the dawn. It's always stagnant before it take off. You know what I mean? Like, and it's here. Like, this is yours. You earned it. Shoot. Excuse me. Cards. Sorry. Y'all earned it. Like, Queen of Cups. Queen of Coins. Sorry. Queen of Coins and the Emperor. Tried to buy her paper. Y'all work well together. You know what I mean? Like, it's just gelling together. I want to look up Queen of Coins. I know it's self-explanatory, but I want to see what it is in relation to the Emperor. Queen of Coins, Queen of Coins. I'ma serenade y'all while I look up the Queen of Coins. Oh, if I were the Queen of Coins, where would I be? A time of economic balance and enjoyment of luxury and comfort. A bright economic outlook. It's about money. Making good decisions. I don't know, it just works. It just works. I just see, like, I see balance. Like, y'all are both leaders. You're both able to make decisions. You're both able to make economic calls. You respect each other's economic call because of this Two of Cups harmonious energy. Because y'all have this, y'all know how to make those executive decisions about money and your long-term future. Yeah. Can I get some overall messages? I feel like the Wheel of Fortune was kind of that overall message. Page of Staffs. Good news coming in. And that's what you're making a judgment about. This is what I'm doing. You're letting people know that this is what I'm doing. And whatever it is your golden goose. Okay? But I'm going to put it up here as a one of the overall messages. Page of Staffs. A good person, but sometimes egotistical. Someone may bring you important news. Listen to it. A truthful person. Good news. Good news. Which causes you to make a judgment, which causes you to get them coins. Like, I feel like this is really cut and dry. I thought it was going to be like some long explanation because the past couple of days I had to clarify the clarifies, but this is pretty self-explanatory. I mean, with the Page of Staffs, that's why it's the overall message. It's just good news coming in. Four of Cups, rejection. This is another overlying message. Because with this good news, you got to also know what to turn down. You might get a lot of offers coming in. And you got to know which one to choose. Which one to pull the trigger on. Which one is the golden goose. Golden egg. The golden goose laying egg. Golden egg laying goose. You got to know which one is the right one to take. That's where that judgment comes in. I think in this instance, it's using sound judgment when things are presented to you. Because I feel like you have a pretty good like, you're good at knowing what you want to do, right? You're good at deciphering what you like and what's good for you. But yeah, this judgment is about, in rejection, making sure that you can weed through all of the offers that come to you, because not everything is for you and you might get overwhelmed. But you using your judgment, using that discernment. The word of the day is discernment. Use your discernment And it's all about discernment. It's all about knowing what you need to cut out. Who's not for you, what's not serving you, this destructive and just terrible energy, deceptive energy, cutting that out for you and knowing what's right for you. Two of Cups. Okay, so that is the word of the day, being discerning. Over here in this 10 of Coins, yes, you can have all these things at the top. You can have your rewards. You can have your generational wealth. You can overcome your obstacles. Oh, generational wealth. You can overcome your obstacles. You can transform, but you got to use your discernment. And that's what the Lovers is about. Boom, I told y'all the Lovers is about good decisions. You got to make good decisions. You got to have leadership. You got to have an executive decision. Make executive choices. Okay. And what do bunnies represent? The bunnies in these, the animals in these cards always stand out to me. And I want to know what the bunny means. Hold on one second. I'm back. Okay. Let's see what the bunnies mean. Rabbit spirit animal. The rabbit spirit animal has always been a symbol of prosperity, abundance, and fertility. It symbolizes longevity, and it's very true because of its ability to reproduce and build ancestry. It's been associated with moon deities and may signify rebirth or resurrection. That's why we have this death card over here. They may also be symbols of fertility and sensuality, and they appear in the depictions of hunting and spring scenes of labors and months. Okay. So going along with the Lovers and stuff, is sensual, it's fertility, and that's why you have that generational wealth, but it also represents good things are coming. Let me look at it again. It's like I read something in my comprehension. Abundance and longevity, which is that 10 of Coins. That's that long, which is sitting right underneath that longevity. This generational wealth. Okay, that's what that bunny symbolizes. That's what she symbolizes. But in order to have that, you got to be able to see that far. You got to be able to make those decisions that are for the long term, not for that right now. Not for that right now satisfaction, but what's going to benefit you in the long run. All right. Tell me about what we're transforming with this death card. It's pretty cut and dry. I thought we was going to have a whole bunch of explaining, but good job, y'all. Congratulations. I always say congratulations. Strength. Now, I don't think we're transforming strength. I think you are gaining strength. And you're gaining strength in the mind. That's, see, okay. Death and transformation. And what did I say earlier about this Empress? Oh, about this Empress. That this was like stabilizing your mind. That's what I heard. So you're letting go. You're transforming this weakness. You're transmuting this weakness into strength. So that you could be stable in the mind, boo. Because when you have a strong mind and you're not succumbing to the things that are around you, you can do anything. You can do anything. I want another card for this transformation. Transformation. That's a lot of cards. Tell me more about this transformation. My mouth is ashy. Need to drink some water. Tell me more about this transformation. Tell me more, please. That is transformation. If you've got any other news regarding it. Whoa. Hard work. Hard work. Y'all remember that Gatorade commercial? Or Nike? I think it was Gatorade. Hard work, earn my pay, the work. Hard work. It took the strength, shawty. This was not easy. This was not easy what you did. I'm smiling because you did it. Like, this was not easy to get a stable mind, to be sane in the mind. Y'all know that song by Zacardi Cortez. God held me together, made sure that I didn't lose my mind. Not this time. Through all my struggles, disappointments too, you were there. You held yourself together, and you called on whoever needed to be called on so that you could remain strong. You did that work, even though it wasn't easy. I don't even want to talk about this no more, because you did. It's old news. Been there, done that. You strong. You is so strong. You is so kind. Can I get another overline message? Barely got any reverses today. But I also didn't I just did this type of shuffling. I didn't yeah. So maybe that's why. One more overline message. Or any advice. Any advice, any warnings you want to give us. Spirits, angels. Oh, now they telling me to do. Again. So, with this Virgo full moon, I just hope you know that all the work that you have been doing has not been in vain. You have done a phenomenal job of keeping your head strong, keeping your wits about you when all around you seemed like it wanted you to fail, when it felt like you was making the wrong decisions. No, you cut out the things that was supposed to be cut out for your peace of mind, your harmony. This is peace of mind. Like in this reading, harmony, good energy, cutting out the toxic energy, cutting out that deception leads to peace. When you cut out, because when I see the swords, I always think about cutting out something for some reason. When you made this decision to cut out this deception, it brought you peace. It brought you good energy. It brought you good vibes. Like, this is linking with spirit. This is not just linking with a lover, or this is linking with spirit. And that's why spirit is blessing you. That's why spirit helped keep your mind together when it felt like you was losing your damn mind. Like, you didn't have no explanation as to what was going on. Like, they was with you the whole time, man. Turning your 5s into 6s. Turning your losses, what you thought you lost, into victory. Turning you not falling down on hard times to you being able to give. Okay? You did that. You put that work in. And you are being rewarded. Like, you're being rewarded. You're being rewarded. Being rewarded because you did the work. It's on both sides of the, I love that. It's on both sides of the cards, of the spread. On one side, you got the 9 of Cups. You got this starting over, doing the groundwork, going within, feeling like crap, gives you a whole new cycle, a whole new everything, gives you everything you could ever dream of on one side, right? Because you did the work. Then over here on this other side, we have the Death and the Empress, and stabilizing your mind. Like, it felt like you was losing your mind over here, but you weren't. You put the work in. You remain strong and faithful, and that's why you are this. That's why you sitting pretty unbothered, stable. And not only are you stable in your mind, but you stable in your home life. Coins. You got this. That's why it was so hard, because you weren't just doing 9 of coins. You weren't just doing 9 of coins. You're doing 10 of coins. You're doing permanent. You're doing generational wealth. You're doing long-term stuff. Okay, not short-term stuff. So understand that for this Virgo full moon, this is long-term. This is whatever we planting now, whatever we working on now. This is reaping that benefit, not just 6 months from now at the adjacent, but seeing it come into fruition for real 6 months from now. But understanding that what we have done is to set us up for a long time. This is advice. 8 of Cups in reverse. Running away from something. Clarify. What y'all running away from? What y'all running away from? Don't run, because you can't hide, boo-boo. They say you can't run from yourself. You can't run from God. You can't run from spirit. You can't run from your karma, boo. This is warning or advice. I like to get those at the end / overall messages. But the overall messages is discerning news, which is kind of your advice too. Getting a whole bunch of news in and rejecting the things that don't serve you, juggling too much. Could be running away from your responsibilities. Let's get a few more cards. But yes, overall message, Page of Staffs, 4 of Cups. Making sure that you're looking at the news that you're getting. And really, Knight of Coins. Flipped up. Oh. We got the 8 of Cups in reverse, 2 of Coins, Knight of Coins. Knight of Coins, somebody bringing you. I'm gonna look it up. Somebody bringing you something. A person of trust who will guide and help you is approach any task with great planning and organization. Let me get one more, please. Or 2 more, whatever you gotta say. Or 4 more. For this advice or this warning. Please. Please, pretty please. Pretty please with a cherry on top. Conflict be coming up. One more. I feel like one more. Okay, let me tell y'all what came out. We had the Eight of Cups in reverse, followed by the Two of Coins, followed by the Knight of Coins, followed by the Five of Staffs, followed by the Page of Swords in reverse, followed by the Knight of Swords. Okay. So the energy that I'm feeling with this is it's the same as the overline message in a way. The beginning part is knowing when to walk away from doing too much. And even though the offer might look sweet, it could actually cause a lot of conflict, because I just feel like there's some selfish interests coming in. Like, I feel like with these swords, I always feel like there's some kind of ulterior motive. And so, see, with this Knight of Swords, they want you to act on something fast. And with this Page of Swords energy, it's somebody's been like watching you. And I'm kind of going backwards. They might be stirring up drama to get you, rattled and get you out of your element and not being able to think and feel properly. Which is why, and they're waiting on the perfect moment, and they swoop in as if they're like saving the day. But you got to be smarter than that. All this swift movement, no, ma'am. We taking our time over here. We taking our time. We are making executive decisions. Take your time. Don't be swindled by things, because they're with this Page of Staffs as the overline message. Because there's so much information coming in, so many different offers coming in, it's gonna be people flocking to you. And there might just be one person in particular who stands out. Or they watching you, so they know how to get to you. Just be careful of things that might appear too good to be true. And you do need to run away from that. You need to go in the other direction. So here I see you juggling like the difference between the good news and this bad news. That's what the juggling is. Let me put the Two of Coins in the middle. You're juggling what's good for you and what doesn't need to be. And that was our overline message. It came back up again. It came back up twice. So really be cautious. Don't allow the conflict to distract you and have you making any rash decisions. It might be people vying for your attention, vying for your love, but ultimately you know which one makes sense. Okay, continue to use your intuition, use your heart. Listen to spirit. Let me get one more overline message, please. Justice. That was fast. Justice. So do your research, because this is about higher learning too. Do your research on people, places, things, ideas, whatever it is that you want to make a call on, do your research first. Make sure it's fair first. Do your checks and balances. Do your pros and cons. It's crazy. I was just talking to my mother about pros and cons about a certain situation. Do your pros and cons on everything. Weigh your options. Is it lighter than a feather? If you put this in here, you know, in ancient Egyptian, in the laws, with the laws of Ma'at, when they decided whether you went to heaven or hell, they weighed your heart against a feather. And if it was heavier than a feather, you wouldn't go. So is it heavier than a feather? And you know, feathers also represent, I was hearing about this, spirituality and your angels being with you. So is it lighter than a feather? Does it make sense? Does it make you feel good, morally sound? Be very discerning and very careful not to get caught up and distracted in other people's mess and the mess that they bring to you, whatever it might be. Weigh your options. Weigh them out. Make it make sense. Make it feel good for you. Don't let nobody come in and distract you. Okay? Do your research, do your homework. Don't just take somebody's word for it. Don't just take somebody else's information. This is your overlying message. Don't just take somebody else's information for it. Hold up. He'll be like, hold on. You not necessarily rejection, just thinking about it. Like, hold on, let me go find out if that makes sense. Because you've got too much going for yourself. I really want to show y'all this. Like, you've got too much going for yourself. You've got these rewards. You've got this wheel of fortune, this brand new beginning, like everything you could ever dream of. You've got love. You've got long-term love, 10 of Pentacles, okay? You got rags to riches, okay? And still giving back. You've got this transformation that you've undergone. You've done so much work. You've done so much work. You've worked too hard to have a sane mind, okay? And you are stronger than the deception. You're stronger than this. Remember that. So just because somebody offering you something don't mean that you have to take that. You always deserve the best. Remember that. Okay? So that's your message, Starseeds. I'm trying to see if there's one last thing they want to say, but I mean, that's pretty clear. You got the world coming to you. Just stay smart, bruh. Stay on top of all that. You've overcome this. Don't stay on top of fear and doubt too. Okay? If it is something that feels good, if it is something that you really want to do that makes you feel good, don't be afraid because of what other people say. Don't let yourself talk you out of that. You're not here anymore. You're not here anymore. You know what's best for you. What's best for you is here. What's best for you is coming. Okay? You don't got to worry about that. You don't have to worry about being deceived because you know what's better. You know what's right for you. You don't have to fear these people. That's another thing. Don't fear this stuff. Don't fear this conflict coming in. Not him. Don't fear this conflict. Don't fear people trying to take advantage of you because you know better. You know better. You have the wherewithal to discern. So there's no excuse. Okay? That's my message for y'all. I hope y'all have a happy Virgo full moon. Until next time. Ciao.